The original Inside Out is actually the last Pixar movie directed by Docter that I've yet to review on this channel. With the sequel coming out this weekend, let's remedy that right now. And I can't believe it took me this long to review it, in all honesty, because Inside Out is right up there with my favorite Pixar movies. After a very up and down beginning of the decade for Pixar in the early 2010s, this was their return to form. This movie follows Riley, a happy, hockey-loving 11-year-old Midwestern girl, but her world and her emotions turn upside down when she and her parents move to San Francisco. But we're actually following Riley's emotions, which are personalized. They're led by the happy-go-lucky Joy, voiced by Poehler, and her emotions try to control her and guide her through this difficult, life-changing event. The stress of the move brings Sadness, voiced by Phyllis Smith, to the forefront. Sadness, as you would come to expect, is very depressed. And Joy is trying to sweep Sadness under the rug and keep her in check. But they're inadvertently swept into the far reaches of Riley's mind and out of headquarters, leaving the only emotions left to control Riley being fear, who is very paranoid, disgust, who, as you would expect, is very disgusted by everything, and my personal favorite character, Anger, voiced by Lewis Black. Anger brings a lot of the comedy of this movie out. Do you guys need any further proof of how funny Anger is than the triple dent gum running gag? Like, this is just a jingle that will pop up in Riley's head at random times with no rhyme or reason, and it's portrayed as a troll job by the janitorial workers deep in Riley's thought. That's an amazing idea.
Our room, our backyard, our friends. Triple income will make you smile. Can I ask for the commercial?
And that's just one prime example of what makes Inside Out work so effectively as a movie. Every little idea and every single piece of this movie's imagination, everything is done perfectly. There is not one single missed opportunity in this hour 40 some odd minute runtime. And it's crazy that I'm saying that because there are so many other ideas that these developers wanted to get done, but they just didn't have enough time. And we're finally getting a sequel and we're gonna see more of these ideas come to light. This is a Pixar movie, so you're gonna expect top-tier technology. This is very lush, bright, colorful animation all the way across. My OCD is also very happy that each emotion has a color code to them. Anger is associated with the color red, for example. Joy is associated with the color yellow. She is bright and sunshiny. Sadness is left feeling very blue, literally. That's another facet of this movie that works so well is the voice acting. Poehler is phenomenal in this movie, and she has proven herself to be very funny in movies before this. But here she kind of has to play the straight-faced, okay, let's get our britches on and let's get to work, and let's get through the day just happy. But the oh-so-brilliant thing about Inside Out is that having all of these emotions is extremely healthy. And that's why I feel like this movie is so perennially beloved. It can appeal to people of all ages. This movie came out at a huge turning point when I was going from childhood into young adulthood, and I still get choked up looking at this movie. And the reality that sets in about growing up and how these emotions are incredibly healthy to feel about these big life events, or core memories as they're called. Like, I don't know if core memory was a part of everyday lingo before Inside Out. If it wasn't, that just proves to you how influential Inside Out actually is. And just in case you've never seen Inside Out before, I don't want to get too deep into how joy and sadness come together by the end. But I think the messaging is very clear. Sometimes in order to feel joy, it's healthy to feel sadness along with it. And those two feelings very much coincide together. And the discovery that comes about with these characters is just like, God, I don't know how else to put it. It's brilliant. Every single idea they have in this movie is brilliant, whether it be to touch you emotionally, whether it be to make you laugh. I already mentioned the triple dent gum running gag. A lot of this dialogue is just so freaking funny. Congratulations, San Francisco, you've ruined pizza. Who puts broccoli on pizza anyway? That is sick. Then again, who also puts pineapple on pizza? I think that's just disgusting. And I'm sure half of you who clicked on this video will disagree with me on that, but I will stand by it. Pineapple does not belong on pizza. My disgust emotion is taking over. I digress. You want to know one of my favorite sequences in this movie? Dream productions. You know how when you dream stuff, you don't usually remember what happens? But it all feels so fanciful and so unrealistic that it almost feels like a movie? Well, here, Riley's dreams are actually produced on a pseudo movie studio. That is an amazing idea.
Boo! Pick a plot line!
Bill Hader as Fear takes the words right out of my mouth every time I watch a terrible movie. That's usually what I think. And I think one of the bigger things that makes Inside Out one of the more mature Pixar entries out there, it doesn't go the happy ending Disney route that you usually get. Yes, you do get a very bittersweet and happy conclusion, but not every character makes it out of the situation okay. Who can forget Bing Bong, Riley's imaginary friend who's part dolphin, part elephant, he's made of cotton candy, he's voiced by Richard Kind. He's such a likable presence, he cries candy tears. Like, you just want to give Bing Bong a hug. And when Bing Bong and Joy are trapped in the deep shaft of Riley's memory, as they're fading away into dust Thanos style, Bing Bong is actually left down in the deep abyss, as it were, and he fades away too. Childhood memories can fade away like that, and you just don't remember what they look like anymore. That adds to the movie's brilliance, and you don't get like a happy Disney cheating sort of storyline where Bing Bong comes back. They don't do that. When Bing Bong dies, as it were, he stays dead. That is so unlike a Disney project, isn't it? And I could go on for hours and hours and hours with more examples as to why Inside Out is one of the best Pixar movies out there still. Pete Docter is probably my favorite director to come out of Pixar. I mean, look at all 4 movies he's made. Monsters, Inc., Up, Inside Out, and Soul. All of them certified hits. And I can't wait to see what he does next in the director's chair. And I can't wait to see what these story artists do with the sequel. Inside Out 2, as the trailers are showing you, Riley has more emotions coming in as she's aging. Riley is in her early teenage years, so you're going to have a different dynamic there. Clearly, I cannot wait to see what they do. Inside Out is one of my favorite Pixar movies out there. This will not only make you laugh, it'll make you cry, it'll make you grip your seat, it'll have you just cringing in disgust, it'll even make you feel angry at some points. In a movie that's all about emotions, it had to hit every single emotional beat just right. And that it does. Pete Docter, amazing director. Michael Giacchino's score, again, cannot overlook him. Wonderful, wonderful music all the way around. Like, when I think of a perfect Pixar movie, this tends to be what I think of now. Because it hits all the right notes. It does everything just right. And if you haven't seen Inside Out by this point, man, I feel sorry for you. Get on it. The sequel comes out this weekend. I'm going to give the first Inside Out an A+. This movie makes me so incredibly happy, guys. You have no idea. But let me know what you thought of this movie down in the comments. Are you as hyped for the sequel as I am? I'm going to be seeing it on Thursday night, first chance I get. I can't freaking wait. And let me know what your hype level is for Inside Out 2 down in the comment section below. Levels out of 10. If you want to keep coming back and discussing all new things in the cinematic world, all things Disney, this is a great community to become a part of. So please do consider subscribing today and tap on that thumbs up if you enjoyed what you saw today. Guys, y'all are the best. Look out for more videos very soon. And with all that being said, Back Talk, commence.